By the powers vested in me, I hereby constitute the SMART graduation ceremony of the Cape Peninsula University of Technology.
Welcome to the graduating class. This graduation series will see us confer 7,030 undergraduate degrees, 152 postgraduate degrees, 126 of which are master's degrees, 26 doctoral degrees, of which 229 will graduate cum laude. What a fantastic achievement considering the unusual circumstances many of you have been working under to complete your studies. No doubt you have felt alone, uncertain, and had moments of loss, loneliness, grief, and even private joys. Whether you realize it or not, we have shared this aloneness together, and I want to honor this profound experience in your life. You did it. Perhaps there were moments when you thought you wouldn't, but you persevered, and today you graduate. Recognizing a momentous occasion, this is for every single one of you, we knew that only the best will do. CPUT is one of the only universities in the world to offer a digital graduation, which, much like a traditional one, celebrate your individual success. While many universities have opted for mass conferral of qualification, we think you deserve more than a short generic ceremony. For that reason, we personalized this graduation and made sure that this memorable experience for you and your loved ones. At CPUT, our management team and staff have drawn strength from your resilience and determination, and we have endeavored to find solutions to completing the academic year. We were always guided by the principle that no student shall be left behind as a result of pandemic. To that end, we provided a number of innovative and caring solutions to completing the curriculum. This included allowing late and resubmissions, online tutor, mentor support, moving lecturer guidance to WhatsApp, and equipping our staff with skills to adapt to remote learning. It hasn't been easy, but it has been necessary. And I'm proud of staff who have brought us to this point today. Added to that, CPUT is considered a benchmark of best practice when it comes to managing COVID-19. Not only were we identified as a low-risk institution in terms of potential for infection, but we also became the first institution of higher learning to open a dedicated COVID-19 vaccination center for our staff and students. Hundreds of staff and students have already been vaccinated, with many more waiting their turn to do so. I will conclude this address with a party message that I so often tell our graduating classes. Please let this graduation be one of many that you have in your constant, unquenchable quest for lifelong learning. After all, if the pandemic has taught us anything, let it be this, that the world is changing and we need to change with it. Remember, if nothing changes, nothing is going to change. I hope that we'll meet in person at your next graduation ceremony. Thank you, Baya Danki, and Kos. Please stay safe and keep well.
Welcome to the SMART graduation ceremony for the Faculty of Health and Wellness Sciences. This is the 5th ceremony in a series of 13 ceremonies. Chancellor, I request you to confer diplomas and degrees within the Faculty of Health and Wellness Sciences on the following candidates who cannot be present due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
By the authority vested in me, the diplomas and degrees will be awarded to the candidates as announced to me.
Diploma in Emergency Care, Valerie Abels. Masitembe Beyi. Nobuntu Caroline Chako. Emma Conroy. Jovan Roval Damon. Nozipo Dladlu. Lusanda Gabelana. Ahmad Harris. Sanele Hlwele. Mohammed Ekram Isaacs. Jetru Trotsky Jacobs. Hlanhla Khoza. Neville Kwopman. Mandlenkosi Lotte. Sipiwo Lufele. Lusindiso Mahonqana. Tsotang Monyane. Aliziwe Mxothwa. Mawetu Ntintili. Zinhle Phakade. Andre Carlton Phillips. Nolita Poponi. Leqabanyo Vincent Khaboko. Tiffany Serenge. Malibongwe Sikateni. Kyla Donna Theron. Craig van Rooyen. Monique Foster. Ina Olga Williams. Diploma in Somatology, Rashida Aid Adams. Megan Lauren Nikki Blackenberg. Kelly Amy Fester. Cassidy Althea Julius. Mamelo Kati. Sisipo Mataza. Tamia Celicia McKay. Anoyolo Mdudu. Mpho Enhle Mukwena. Puleng Motsilili. Lieta Tidamalo Elisa Ngwenya. Lihle Soji. Ivette Tengeneza. National Diploma Biomedical Technology. Bongekile Otilia Mchunu. National Diploma Dental Technology. Andisiwe Andiswa Bandeza. Monique Beyer. Junaid Adrienne Franco Bux. Chevron Danielle Fontaine. Nomazizi Gabai. Annelisa Lepayana. Lebohang Martha Matutwene Manyaka. Ndiliseko Mayawana. Gloria Andisiwe Mbombo. Taniel Meyer. Yonela Moapi. Sisipo Pilapi. Michael William Ravenscroft. Makela Sagani. Chad Lee Stellenboom. Mandisa Tafeni. National Diploma in Optical Dispensing. Hope Paida Nganyo. Nokulunga Mavuso. Petsile Rachel Mazibuko. Alisa Mbangani. Bonginkosi Gift Mbuyisa, Aidan Graham McDougall, Mihle Mdlokovana, Skhumbuzo Mtendeni, Indiphile Chayisa, Thando Lwethu Myathaza, Zimasa Ndleleni, Viwe Princess Njongo, Masenhle Poni, Zizipho Khasayi, Coletta Takudzwa Sawunyama, Dikeledi Shopane, Zizipho Lilita Silinga, Nonkazimlo Sitholo, Chumani Sotashe, Wihan van der Merwe, National Diploma in Somatology, Shafia Abrams, Tana Abrams, Kerishni Joy Avontir, Michelle Munashe Chimondo, Tembakazi Selina Dick, Aneliswe Dlepu, Jamie Fortain, Asisipo Cleopatra Gaveni, Aurora Benilde Ihambezwe, Lakeni Mabovula, Ntombizanele Majasi, Asithandile Masumpa, Zimkhitha Nontandazo Mcunukelwe, Regma Mubara, Mbali Nzabela, Pamela Andiswa Nogilana, Yinati Faith Qau, Mihlali Tansi, Kanya Velebai, Constance Vena, Advanced Diploma in Somatology, Lungelwa Hermans, Rose Jasmine Jacobs, Abongile Kolanisi, Sesetu Maneli, Nozuko Gloria Mbele, Danielle Taylor Paris, Nomazia Sitole, Diploma in Nursing, General Psychiatric Community and Midwifery, Celeste Sassman, Baccalaureus Technologia Dental Technology, Chad Easton Ramsey, Baccalaureus Technologia in Nursing Science, Mishka Cassidy Claire Abrahams, Crystal Michaela Adams, Crystalline Leanne Adolf, cum laude, Haley Africa, cum laude, Miguel Antonina da Silva Amado, cum laude, Edith Angonde Adoi, cum laude, Sylvia Chinwe Anikamon Madu, Manetta Anthony, Nicole Doriane Anthony, Jessica Archer, Salva Arense, Brigitta Anastasia Aaron, Rodine Lauren Eris, Malika Baichis, Kanyisa Bam, Siposetu Banti, Shante Bernard, cum laude, Jamie Dalmain Bathurst, Lucy Bartis, Kim Terrin Benjamin, Amber Berg, Eugenie Lashka Bester, Zanele Buluka, Yamkela Boy, Kylin Bianca Boyson, Michaela Maud Boyson, Lucy Boyana, Graham Justin Carls, Leanne Carolas, Mamelo Chebeku, Cynthia Chifamba, Jane Jerry Chira, cum laude, Sisanda Simela, Alvina Maud Classens, Leanne Cindy Clute, Margrethe Eileen Coutier, cum laude, Berenice Meshia Crouch, Chandra Croy, Monique Melanie Cupido, Candice Chantel Damis, Deirdre Dampis, Michaela Mendy Daniels, Saskia De Beer, Rose Maureen Jacqueline De Brain, Jeremy De Jager, Emily Genevieve de Klerk, Jade Marcel de Klerk, Lerato Ndongo, Ncebakazi Dwesini, Jean Lee Isau, Zodidi Jenna Faku, Thanduxolo Falithenjwa, Yanga Fanele, More Blessing Synthwell Faratsiko, Georgina Faro, Codier February, Feroza Louis Phyllis, Andiswa Alucia Fishy, Elise Furi, Posisa France, El Renike Ember France, cum laude, Chesney Bronwyn Fredericks, Stephanie Virginia Fredericks, cum laude, Yumna Fredericks, Jamie Lee Fritz, Shanae Galvin, Zusipe Ellen Gama, Fortune Senzo Gasa, Nancy Sofo George, Naima Herze, Jasmine Candice Geya, Yibanati Kijana, Nombulelo Goba, Nokubonga Godo, Lecretia Shanice Goliath, Sibulele Sharon Gonono, Onwaba Gonzi, Nadia Grunewald, Sive Gulani, Shantay Allison Hartman, Viwa Hela. Shahida Michelle Hendricks, cum laude. Busisiwe Eleanor Hlakuva. Tembisa Hlasela. Yonela Hlubi. Maliphatwe Hola. Analo Dorothy Hukwe, cum laude. Melissa Jacobs. Munira Jacobs. Tezrin Claire Yanchis, cum laude. Zikona January. Banele Jolingana. Abigail Chantel Jonk. Kenan Leonard Jones. Shanae Roen Yosop. Zu Daniela Kaiser. Gomolemo Katane. Ncebakazi Christine Kanzi. Kinan Kiwitz, cum laude. Malukanye Brightwell Kinase. Ronaldo Klaste. Di Teboa Princess Kometsi, cum laude. Sianda Kwezi. Lisa Lambert. Lindy Langefeld. Marlies Lamour. Shaneline Ferren Lindberg. Annelise Losper. Doria Lusanda Lowe. Monique Laters, cum laude. Nangamso Lumko. Ayabonga Andrews Madolo. Andile Magoloza. Unati Magxothwa. Tabiseng Veronica Mahasela. Andisiwe Makade. Melezwa Faith Makonjwa. Sibongile Maki. Tuleleni Mandlana. Nolusindiso Angel Mandondo. Katia Mangena. Amanda Manono. Faith Nosicelo Maposela. Nicole Loretta Marsh, cum laude. Ntabiseng Mashowa. Sandisiwe Precious Mashwabane. Siyasanga Faith Matunda. Sinesipho Thelma Mavavana. Yolisa Mayengese. Sikelela Mayezana. Sisipho Balane. Kayakazi Pel Mbalo. Pumzile Bangiswana, cum laude. Amahle Mbuzeni, cum laude. Kakamba Joyce Mdekazi. Elandre Aneska Mel. Noluvo Mehlamakhulu. Michael Ashley Metler. Lydia Gabadeli. Zianda Gaju. Temike Dulin Mini. Zizipho Kosana. Luzuko Blindazwe. Mildred Mida Mdlovu. Sipesihle Mnyamana. Nuha Murat. Sebabatso Perseverance Moapi. Kotatseng Mulato. Francis Hilary Morris. Gamida Musaval. Kishia Jamelin Moses. Simamkele Pambani. Masigcobe Mpomposhe. Thokozile Mbukwana. Cebisa Angelina Mqangeni. Siphosethu Msichana. Mluleki Mtolo. Trudy Nomsa Mubi, cum laude. Maritza Jonelise Muller. Tiffany Muller. Olwethu Zoliswa Nyende. Olwethu Yanga Mzo. Sikelela Mandilive Mzondi. Athetile Mzongwana. Aphumelele Nama. Aziwe Joy Namba. Anati Nazo. Zodwa Abigail Ncokazi. Tabisa Ndamase. Rose Sanele Ndlovu. Cum laude. Avela Juse. Crystal Nell. Lois Ngalula Muke. Apiwe Daniel Ngongolo. Zinhle Ngozela. Bongelwa Ngame. Vuyiswa Nikani. N. Nikuze. Vuyisani Victor Nkai. Siphokazi Nobalisa. Anati Ngai. Meleza Ntenda. Sinesipho Tlabati. Nolwazi Hlanganiso. Someleze Chawuzana. Asisipho Nyangana. Sibongiseni Nyembezi. Blessing Ijioma Ojo. Wilma Oliver. Jiswan Rafik Omaji. Mariam Jacoba Opeman. Divine Oluamachi Oyutabu. Aviwe Papu, cum laude. Elton Louvlen Pedro. Michaela Bokim Peterson. Farren Beatrice Peterson. Geshia Alzeta Peterson. Molebohang Pizzo. Likaya Samuel Pony. Bianca Pretorius. Melanie Ezra Prince. Nonsikelelo Miriam Kokela. Zubenati Koza. Mpho Ramalekana. Sinovuyo Riti. Lienze Robinson. Nathania Lauren Reinefeld. Menushka Joanne Simpson. Rushna Simpson. Tanya Adriana Simpson, cum laude. Junita Darlene Shanik, cum laude. Grace Hazel Sediman. Anati Siklecha. Junaida Gabriela Sichelar. Luvuyo Lita Sifumba, cum laude. Samantha Terin Skinner, cum laude. Kiwan Christopher Snyders, Madre Lutricia Sofort, Atenkosi Innocent Soko, Mihlali Sokufudumala, Kuselwa Sosibo, Mikhail Megan Spannenbeck, Amanda Spayu, Leroy Stahlmeister, Mariz Stein, Litemba Stokwe, Letu Theophilus Tafeni, Dimitri Lee Thinius, Chandre Thomas, Samkelisiwe Tikana, Keisha Geneva Titus, Torinka Rolesia Titus, cum laude, Anati Tsengiwe, Azakiwe Tsengiwe, Tobile Chefu, Vuyolwetu Chekane, Kaikaz Lucia Twaisa, Nosipo Jobeka, Mihle Valeni, Anne Fannykerk, cum laude, Faron Jane Fannykerk, Ronwil Patrowain van Roy, cum laude, Leonie Chandre van Skalvik, McKinley Allen van West, Shante Filyun, cum laude, Sharon Daphne Wagner, cum laude, Mohamed Abdi Wali, Vivian Madeleine Vessels, Aldino Angelo Veleman, Anushka Bianca Velemse, Masoda Williams, Bridget Karen Wolfacht, cum laude, Btech Occupational Health Nursing, Lizelle Luzella Adams, Suzette Bester, Afton Constable, Solomzi Foloti, Christian Franken, Tania Galaza, Maril Gerd, Lungisa Gobela, Abigail Yonalise Kanemeya, Unati Kibido, Sizeka Mkatazo, Notemba Ndevu Makaula, Nonzukiso Angeline Nilani, Vuyani Nyila, Lungelo Singxoto, Aseza Sontundu, Sharon Stewart, Ruthie Williams, Lizen Evelyn Duploy, Anna Ndlovu, Primary Health Care, Btech, Bijon Vincent Adams, Paulette Arense, Sandiswa Yolanda Bonkolo, Lindelwa Bova, Mary Ann Michelle Cox, Zandile Daki, Koleka Elizabeth Daimani, Khadija Dias, Simone Roxanne Fisher, Tandiswa Sharon Jack, Nontembiso Kafu, Samantha Elise Klassen, Khanyiswa Luxande, Obonga Macutwana, Bawinile Precious Madiega, Nompucuko Masiza, Unati Belinda Boso, Nomanyano Mdlekye, Nandipa Mema, Masivuye Gqoboka, Ncumisa Mhlakaza Sawu, Lizeka Alicia Mhlonyane, Nontyatyambo Good Girl Moyo, Pumza Portia Nchika, Olwethu Papu, Nolundi Khamncwana, Cynthia Lindeka Huida, Marge Dombininzi Saleza, Chevron Stearman, Linda Velapi, Catherine Suzanne Wales, Alicia Nosei Warnick, Tembisa Adelaide Yeko, Btech Radiography Diagnostic, Renee Magdalene Rath, Btech in Somatology, Sandra Chunyara, Bachelor of Emergency Medical Care, Stacey Lee Frilo Alok, cum laude, Jason Robert Anderson, Siasanga Baleni, Christian Gerrit Berg, Stephlin Anwil Boer, Ruan Jacquis Coutier, Suzanne Julia Coutier, cum laude, Carmen Francis Davidowitz, Zayed Fredericks, Eugene Havenga, Peter Martin Hens, Yanke Yoster, Nomsa Petunia Kuga, Aldrin John Makir, Matthew Ernest Maysinger, Lauren Simone Mesane, Monwabisi Mkungela, Tyron Naidu, Ruan Anton Simenhoff, Andrea Lindsay Smith, Dale Anthony Sparrow, Danielle Stein, Lydia Stradom, Raihana Theat, Neo Sowetu, Gergo van de Merwe Visse, cum laude, Michael Haynes Visser, Charlton Vessels, Andrea Nerin Willemse, Nicholas Zyman, Bachelor of Health Science in Medical Laboratory Science, Delenzo Andriense, Anastasia Annelise Bent, Sisanda Patience Fafaza, Anika Hendricks, Amanda Hlaba, Lamont Nolan Jenkins, Laika Kamali, Siniat Jenna Kebi, Sandisa Limba, Kabeleng Makwakwa, Kosiyazi Mge, Lindokuhle Mti, Lindelani Pamela Mukwedi, Lisejo Itumeleng Mzondi, Larissa Naguria, Prayer Appearance Nkuna, Onelisiwe Nombila, Jeremiah Ondela Oliphant, Magdalene Pai, Asake Peshe, Natasha Nicole Robertson, Amira Salman, cum laude, Asipe Siceshe, Nosipho Sijula, Jean Clement Smith, Yolanda Sogoni, Kithan Stein, Sebatane Rinilwe Chabadi, Mwelelwa Queen Chidavu, Temrin Lee Fandi Westhazen, Bachelor of Science in Diagnostic Radiography, Izdihar Abrahams, Sarah Abrahams, Angela Martina Andrianse, cum laude, Tamia Adrianse, summa cum laude, Mubishir Nur Mohammed Amla, Tashrik Emley, Munib Arense, Michelle Badenhost, cum laude, Tlatla Baloyi, Sbusiso Banya, Nathaniel David Bent, Matthew Jonathan Bourne, Nadine Brown, Afsha Chaudhry, Demilee Sade Coleman, Daniela Dileva, summa cum laude, Amara Dramat, Marisa Dutoit, cum laude, Marshall Brayton Fisher, Faren Jade Fortain, Angelique Furi, Eden Louis Pathlin France, Sherwin Genica, Anika Higgins, Sola Naomi Ipuku, Mohamed Nadim Isaacs, cum laude, Khanifa Ismail, cum laude, Kailin Kewetu, cum laude, Meredith Roseanne Kopman, Kara Liru, cum laude, Psaba Ramadani Mahohoro, Nonkanyiso Majavu. Praise God, Mncedisi Matikinca. Akholiwe Yonela Matutu, Lulamela Mbembe, Asavela Mduzulwana, Joel Dale Mayer, Tandiwe Queen Mkize, Johan Mombek, cum laude, Alena Musa, Balenhle Shenis Ndlovu, Sandile Nzambo, Yohani Niemand, Cebile Gwyneth Nkosi, Vuyisa Nokama, Litemba Tlatsana, Atenkosi Pulumane, Silizwe Komisa, Chipo Khamawa, Kalei Richards, Dillian Jose Saptu, Chandre Claudia Shears, Karishni Prudence van Breda, Zuneida van Hart, Ibrahim Fardin, Seth Sandile Vumase, Salman Wenzel, Vuyo Ulana, Tozama Yako, Xola Yikili, Laurentia Zimri, Bachelor of Science in Diagnostic Ultrasound, Ayesha Abrahams, Lamise Alexander, Chulumango Bacela, Faik Dalyath, Sabiha Kamisa, Teresa Leon Kuhn, Daniel Lowe, cum laude, Yongamela Lwazi Matinise, Retabile Ngana, Elton Craig Nelson, cum laude, Edwin Rayleigh Sampson, Ronald Stewart Schultz, Tata Emmanuel Tawe, Anje van der Lith, Michelle Vermack, summa cum laude. Bachelor of Science in Nuclear Medicine Technology, Rafika Jainuddin Albertus, Sky Blend, Lusamba Nuela Kashala, Tokozani Sakile Siyanda Kumalo, Colin Fervey, Bachelor of Science in Radiation Therapy, Banele Adam, Nohunisa Davids, Angelique Dalpot, cum laude, Nadia Hen, cum laude, Vion Wilton Johnson, cum laude, Londiwe Alison Machi, Ngumisa Mfamela, Bulelani Mhlonhlo, Kevin Mboma Shama, Diane Fanel Chiogoa Tiwa, Master of Emergency Medical Care, thesis titled A Critical Ethnographic Study of Discriminatory Social Practice During Clinical Practice in Emergency Medical Care, supervised by Dr. Naidu and Dr. Miller, Tsepo Nelson Make. Master of Nursing, thesis titled The Experiences of Nurses on In-Service Training Programs in a Public Hospital in the Western Cape, supervised by Dr. Vemba and Mrs. Eris, Vijay Anthimala van Heerden. Master of Science in Biomedical Technology, the effect of organosulfur gallic compound, BIS-PMB, on HPV-16 and HPV-18 pseudovirions infection in vitro, supervised by Dr. Graham and Dr. Schaffer. Alda Ngwefak. Master of Science in Radiography, thesis titled A Review of the Sentinel Node Imaging Protocol at a Tertiary Hospital in the Western Cape, supervised by Mrs. Wiley Bush and Ms. Lakay. Theodore Russell Gildenays. Master of Science in Radiography, thesis titled Echocardiography in Patients with Chest X-ray Diagnosis of Cardiomegaly at an Academic Hospital in Zambia, supervised by Ms. Isaacs and Ms. Hatnick. Chimunya Gwaba. Master of Science in Radiography, thesis titled Efficacy of Computed Tomography Kidneys, Urinary Tract, and Bladder for Suspected Acute Urolithiasis, supervised by Dr. Davison and Mrs. Darris. Jogel Sherif van Wyk. Doctor of Radiography, thesis titled Death and Dying Patients, Experiences and Coping Mechanisms of Undergraduate Diagnostic Radiography Students During Workplace Learning, supervised by Prof. Engelhels and Prof. Strout. I call upon the supervisor to read the citation.
The study done by Rian van der Venter examined undergraduate diagnostic radiography students' experiences and their coping with death and dying patients during their workplace learning. The research found a three-phase cyclical relationship between the participants' experiences and their coping, which are influenced by person and context-related factors. The original contribution of this study comes from the development of the education and empowerment of coping, or what we're calling the EEC, support strategies, which aims to address the education and training needs of undergraduate students to cope effectively with death and dying patient experiences when they are in the clinical setting. Emanating from this research is one published article and 4 conference presentations in both national and international conferences. Thank you.
Chancellor, I request you to confer the Doctor of Radiography to Rian van der Venter. Doctor of Philosophy in Biomedical Science. This is titled MicroRNA Profiling in South African Individuals with Hypertension and Absolute Blood Pressure Levels, supervised by Prof. Macha and Prof. Davison. I call upon Prof. Davison to read the citation.
This study explored epigenetic avenues as possible alternatives for the diagnosis of hypertension. Employing next-generation sequencing and quantitative reverse transcription polymerase chain reaction, the study showed dysregulation of 30 microRNAs in hypertensive individuals relative to their normotensives. Furthermore, 2 novel microRNAs whose expression in blood was associated with clinical blood pressure parameters were identified. These findings provide evidence for microRNA dysregulation in hypertension in an African population and suggest that these dysregulated microRNAs, through their effects on blood pressure regulation pathways, are involved in the pathogenesis of hypertension. Owing to their differential expression according to hypertension status and correlation of their expression with clinical blood pressure parameters, they may be targeted for diagnostic, prognostic, and therapeutic purposes in hypertension. I thank you.
Chancellor, I request you to confer the Doctor of Philosophy in Biomedical Sciences on Don Nkwanazi Machazi. Doctor of Philosophy in Biomedical Science. Thesis titled Hepatorenal and Cardio-Reproductive Effect of Phyllanthus amarus leaf extract on streptotoxin-induced diabetic male Wistar rats, supervised by Professor Oguntubenju and Dr. Abuwa. I call on Prof. Oguntubenju to read the citation.
In a fructose streptozotocin-induced diabetic animal model, the study examined the effects of Phyllanthus amarus aqueous extract on the liver, kidney, heart, and testes in male Wistar rats. Its in vitro cytotoxic, phytoestrogenic, antioxidant and anti-tyrosinase actions on mouse. Cytology and breast cancer cell lines were also assessed. The study provides useful information on the dosage, efficacy, and potential beneficial or harmful effects of the extract on biological models, which were previously lacking. The study made significant and original contribution to knowledge in reference to the treatment and management of diabetes and its complications. Also, at lower concentration, the extract elicited cytology cell proliferation, serving as an excellent agent against breast cancer.
Chancellor, I request you to confer the Doctor of Philosophy in Biomedical Sciences on Folorunso Adewale Olabiye. Doctor of Philosophy in Biomedical Science, thesis titled MicroRNA Profiling and Validation in Mixed Ancestry Individuals in South Africa, supervised by Prof. Macha and Prof. Davison. I call on Prof. Davison to read the citation.
This study aimed at exploring the use of microRNA expression analysis as a potential screening and management tool for dysglycemia in a South African population with a high prevalence of undiagnosed diabetes. The microRNAs in question exhibited unique expression patterns in varied glycemic states, as well as positive diagnostic capabilities for prediabetes, with microRNA 1263P and 1825P outperforming the hemoglobin A1C. The first endeavor of its kind in African settings, findings may potentially contribute to the use of microRNAs as therapeutic targets in diabetes, risk screening, and management strategies to circumvent the growing burden of disease in Africa. Thank you.
Chancellor, I request you to confer the Doctor of Philosophy in Biomedical Sciences on Cecil Jack Will. The Dean's Medalist from the Faculty of Health and Wellness Sciences goes to Daniela Deliver. Daniela is a 22-year-old from Monte Vista in the Western Cape. She has always been an eager learner, starting grade 1 at the age of 5 and matriculating from Edgemead High School in 2016 with 6 distinctions. Throughout her high school career, Daniela achieved academic honors, netball colors, and the title of senior prefect. After numerous visits to the X-ray department due to netball injuries, she came across the exciting profession of diagnostic radiography. In 2017, Daniela enrolled at CPUT for a BSc degree in diagnostic radiography, where she served as a class and clinical representative and graduated summa cum laude with an average of 90%. Daniela is currently completing a community service year as a diagnostic radiographer at Robert Mangaliso Sobukwe Hospital in Kimberley in the Northern Cape. Her personal motto, through God, anything is possible. We now come to the most prestigious award from the university, the Vice Chancellor's Medalist Award. A big hand of applause to Michelle Vermack from the Faculty of Health and Wellness Sciences. Congratulations. Michelle is from Riversdale in the Western Cape and attended Langenhoven High School. She matriculated in 2007 with an overall distinction. After matric, she attended Stellenbosch University and obtained a BSc in Molecular Biology and Biotechnology in 2010 with an overall distinction. In 2011, Michelle completed her BSc honors in genetics and in 2012 obtained the postgraduate certificate in education with an overall distinction. After completing her studies at Stellenbosch University, Michelle fulfilled the role as life science teachers at Albertinia High School from 2013 until 2016. During this period, she acted as the subject head for natural sciences and netball coordinator for the junior netball teams. She then started the BSc degree in diagnostic ultrasound at CPUT in 2017 and finished in 2020, summa cum laude. Michelle is currently completing her community service year as a sonographer at Swellendam Hospital in the Western Cape. Her personal motto, there are no limits to what you can accomplish, except the limits you place on your own thinking.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our formal proceedings, and I'd like to take this opportunity to say thank you for streaming it and making it special for the graduating class. I must commend the stakeholders who painstakingly planned this digital graduation ceremony. You have indeed made it special for our students. Vice Chancellor Prof. Chris Ntlapo, thank you for your leadership during this most unprecedented and trying times for higher education. Thank you to the staff of the Marketing and Communication Department, Infrastructure Development and Facilities Management, and the Assessment and Graduation Center. You have made this event a memorable one for graduates, and that is appreciated. Thank you to the rest of the CPUT staff, our dedicated lecturers, heads of department, deans of faculty who have lent their support and continue to work tirelessly to complete the academic project so that more students may also move closer to their graduation ceremonies in the near future. Thank you to the SRC, our trade unions, our community and industry partners, and the university international partners. Thank you to the health compliance officers, the university's health cluster, and the Health Command Center for working tirelessly on keeping our campuses safe. To our students and staff, thank you for diligently observing the health protocols and for keeping your masks on. In true CPUT style, I would like to conclude by saying, Dames en heren, baie dankie. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Nkosi siyabulela.
Thank you for joining and watching the SMART graduation ceremony. By the powers vested in me, I now dissolve this congregation of the Cape Peninsula University of Technology.